In this video we are going to talk about dividend stocks with a great performance. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Generally speaking, dividend stocks are corporations that distribute a percentage of their earnings to a specific class of shareholders on a consistent basis. This type of company is often well established, with consistent earnings, and an established track record of redistributing a portion of those earnings to its shareholders. Dividends are distributions that are made to shareholders in the form of cash or extra shares of the company's stock. The majority of dividends are paid out on a quarterly basis, although some are paid out monthly, annually, or even only once in the form of a special dividend in certain circumstances. While dividend stocks are well known for their consistency in paying dividends, in severe economic times, those dividends may be reduced in order to conserve cash reserves. The dividend payout ratio is a valuable metric for investors to use in determining if a company's dividend payments will be sustainable in the long run. The dividend payout ratio is a measure of total dividends divided by net income, which tells investors how much of a company's net income is returned to shareholders in the form of dividends versus how much the company retains to invest in further growth. Number 1. Devon Energy Corporation, NYSE, DVN. 5.11% of Omega Advisors' 13F portfolio is comprised of hedge funds. 3.08% is the dividend yield. The number of hedge fund investors is 50. A hydrocarbon exploration company, Devon energy firm, NYSE, DVN, is a publicly traded American energy, oil and natural gas corporation based in Houston, Texas. Devon Energy Corporation, NYSE, DVN, has operational facilities in 5 areas: the Delaware Basin, the Eagle Ford Shale, the Anadarko Basin, the Powder River Basin, and the Williston Basin. Devon Energy Corporation, NYSE, DVN, is headquartered in the Delaware Basin. In Devon Energy Corporation, NYSE, DVN, Omega Advisors has 3.12 million shares, valued at $91.07 million, which accounts for 5.11% of Cooperman's 13F portfolio and represents a $91.07 million investment. Devon Energy Corporation, NYSE, DVN, analyst Neil Dingman maintained a buy rating on the stock, boosting the price target to $52 from $42 in his most recent report. Southport Management, led by Jonathan Dawson, is the largest shareholder in Devon Energy Corporation, NYSE, DVN, with a stake in the company valued at $1.2 billion. On an overall basis at the end of June, 50 hedge funds were bullish on Devon Energy Corporation, NYSE, DVN, down from 52 in Q1. Number 2. NRG Energy Incorporated, NYSE, NRG. 1.43% of Omega Advisors' 13F portfolio is comprised of hedge funds. 3.2% is the dividend yield. The number of hedge fund investors is 33. Incorporated in the state of Texas, NRG Energy Incorporated, NYSE, NRG, is a firm that focuses on energy generating and retail electricity. Natural gas generation, coal generation, oil generation, nuclear generation, wind generation, utility-scale generation, and distributed solar generation are all areas of expertise for them. NRG Energy Incorporated, NYSE, NRG, is a utility that operates more than 40 power plants in the United States, serving consumers in Texas, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Maryland, and other states. Cooperman has a $27.4 million holding in NRG Energy Incorporated, NYSE, NRG, which accounts for 1.43% of the billionaire's 13F portfolio, according to the company's most recent filing. Xena Capital Management, with a stake in NRG Energy Incorporated, NYSE, NRG, valued at around $573 million, holds the largest position in the company. At the conclusion of the second quarter, 33 hedge funds were long NRG Energy Incorporated, NYSE, NRG, a decrease from the previous quarter's total of 35 hedge funds. According to Cooperman's Q2 portfolio, NRG Energy Incorporated, NYSE, NRG, is one of the top companies to buy, alongside Alphabet Inc., NASDAQ, Google, Microsoft Corporation, NASDAQ, MSFT, Amazon.com, Inc., NASDAQ, AMZN, and Facebook Incorporated, NASDAQ, FB, NASDAQ, FB. Number 3. Falcon Minerals Corporation, NASDAQ, FLMN. Omega Advisors' stake in Falcon Minerals Corporation, NASDAQ, FLMN, is valued at $8,328,000. The 13F portfolio of Omega Advisors accounts for 0.46% of the total. 6.03% is the dividend yield. Holders of hedge funds number 25 in total. Following the recommendation of Leon Cooperman, Falcon Minerals Corporation, NASDAQ, FLMN, is one of the best high-dividend stocks to invest in right now. Falcon Minerals Corporation, NASDAQ, FLMN, has a dividend yield of 6.03%. Falcon Minerals Corporation, NASDAQ, FLMN, is an oil, gas, and minerals company with mineral rights claims in the core of the South Texas Eagle Ford Shale, which is one of the best and highest quality oil basins. Falcon Minerals Corporation is based in Houston, Texas, and has operations in the United States. Falcon Minerals Corporation, NASDAQ, FLMN, was the target of 25 hedge funds tracked by Insider Monkey at the end of June, an increase from 21 hedge funds tracked by Insider Monkey at the end of the previous quarter. According to a Piper Sandler analyst, Pierce Hammond, Falcon Minerals Corporation, NASDAQ, FLMN, maintains an overweight rating with a $6.50 price target, which is an increase from the previous $5 goal. As of the end of the second quarter, Leon Cooperman ranked Falcon Minerals Corporation, NASDAQ, FLMN, among his top stock picks, with Alphabet Inc., NASDAQ, Google Microsoft Corporation, NASDAQ, MSFT, Amazon.com, Inc., NASDAQ, AMZN, and Facebook Incorporated, NASDAQ, FB, NASDAQ, FB. Number 4. Energy Transfer LP, NYSE ET. 4.02% of Omega Advisors' 13F portfolio is comprised of hedge funds. 6.06% is the dividend yield. The following number of hedge funds are currently in operation: 29. A Texas-based corporation, Energy Transfer LP, NYSE ET, specializes in the maintenance and repair of natural gas and propane transmission pipelines. A large stake in various pipelines across the United States is held by Energy Transfer LP, NYSE ET, which includes the Dakota Access Pipeline, Bayou Bridge Pipeline, Florida Gas Transmission Pipeline, and Trunkline Pipeline, amongst other projects. Cooperman has a $71.6 million holding in Energy Transfer LP, NYSE ET, which amounts for 4.02% of his 13F portfolio and represents 4.02% of his total assets. Among the largest investors in Energy Transfer LP, NYSE ET, Abrams Capital Management, led by David Abrams, holds interests worth a total of $235.1 million in the company. Among the stock recommendations made by Cooperman at the conclusion of the second quarter are Alphabet Inc., NASDAQ, Google Microsoft Corporation, NASDAQ, MSFT, Amazon.com, Inc., and Facebook Inc. Energy Transfer LP, NYSE ET, is one of the recommended stock options at the end of the second quarter, NASDAQ, FB. Number 5. Arbor Realty Trust Incorporated, NYSE, ABR. The value of Omega Advisors' stake is $42,177,000. 2.36% of Omega Advisors' 13F portfolio is comprised of hedge funds. 6.82% is the dividend yield. The number of hedge fund investors is 18 people. ABR is a New York-based commercial and multifamily real estate investment trust that specializes in in-house loan servicing as well as arranging real estate loans for clients with lenders such as Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Arbor Realty Trust Incorporated, NYSE, ABR, is a commercial and multifamily REIT that specializes in in-house loan servicing as well as arranging real estate loans for clients with lenders such as Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Leon Cooperman owns 2.36 million shares of Arbor Realty Trust Incorporated, NYSE, ABR, which is worth $42.1 million and constitutes 2.36% of his 13F portfolio, according to his financial disclosures. Arbor Realty Trust Incorporated, NYSE, ABR, is owned by David Costin Haley's HBK Investments, which has a $57.3 million investment in the firm, making it the company's largest shareholder. Arbor Realty Trust Incorporated, NYSE, ABR, was the target of 18 hedge funds at the end of the second quarter, down from 21 at the end of the previous quarter. In Cooperman's Q2 portfolio, Arbor Realty Trust Incorporated, NYSE, ABR, is a prominent stock, alongside Alphabet Inc., NASDAQ, Google, Microsoft Corporation, NASDAQ, MSFT, Amazon.com, Inc., NASDAQ, AMZN, and Facebook Incorporated, NASDAQ, FB, NASDAQ, FB. Barings BDC Incorporated, NYSE, BBDC. The value of Omega Advisors' stake is $11,947,000. The 13F portfolio of Omega Advisors accounts for 0.67% of the total. 6.97% is the dividend yield. Number of hedge fund investors are 15. Barings BDC Incorporated, NYSE, BBDC, is a business development firm that specializes on debt investments in middle market companies. Barings BDC Incorporated, NYSE, BBDC, is managed by Barings, LLC, one of the world's most successful hedge funds, which has more than $387 billion in assets under management. Investments in public equities, private credit, real estate, and private equity are the primary focus of Barings BDC Incorporated, NYSE, BBDC. BBDC Incorporated, NYSE, BBDC, pays a dividend yield of 6.97%, making it one of the highest yielding dividend companies in Cooperman's investing portfolio, according to the firm. Cooperman has a stake in Barings BDC Incorporated, NYSE, BBDC, worth $11.9 million, which accounts for 0.67% of his 13F portfolio and represents an $11.9 million investment. Among the major shareholders in Barings BDC Incorporated, NYSE, BBDC, Arrow Street Capital owns 1.33 million shares worth a total of $14.07 million in the company. At the end of June, a total of 15 hedge funds reported holding positions in Barings BDC Incorporated, NYSE, BBDC. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.